We have 3 pathways where we kind of generate an evidence base that then gets presented in a second pathway to different stakeholder groups who then identify what we refer to as leverage points and levers to address specifically normative constraints that inhibit women from building economic resilience in agri-food systems. And then once those are identified, then we feed that process into pathway 3, where we design gender-transformative interventions alongside technical innovations to increase gender equality and other development outcomes such as enhancing productivity, income generation, etc. We've generated this evidence base through different means. First was a global evidence synthesis that we did, looking at the literature and identifying which normative constraints matter most. We also did two different types of studies: a qualitative assessment of normative constraints in agri-food systems in focal countries. Our 2 focal countries are Tanzania and Nigeria. And then we did quantitative assessments as well on normative constraints, where we built a survey instrument to measure and understand norms that could potentially restrict women's abilities to build economic resilience. 2 kind of outstanding innovations that we've worked on to date. So the first is the global evidence synthesis. It's a report, a literature review on identifying the key kind of normative constraints that impact women's abilities to build that economic resilience. And then through that, we also were able to develop a framework, a resilience framework, to understand the pathways that women can take to building that economic resilience in the face of these normative constraints. The other novel kind of product that we've been able to develop is the survey-based multi-dimensional norms assessment tool, where we put together a range of different norms in certain domains, what we call norm domains, and then pilot tested that survey-based tool in 2 different contexts across 3 different agri-food systems: fish, chicken, and cassava, and then with a range of stakeholders involved in the agri-food system, so understanding their perceptions of norms, normative constraints within the agri-food system. So I think to date it's a pretty nice process of stakeholder engagement, participatory approaches to product tool approach design. We'll see if that then, based on our theory of change, if that then leads to greater uptake of these tools and approaches down the line. At least that's what we envision by adopting such an approach.